get to see him, but very, he was yes, I put everything into the calendar. But he left with a huge amount of money. So he was kind of a character, and there was another politician or somebody.
Democracy in action. People are voting.
Yes! I love it. At least the votes are out there, right?
Then again.
Oh yeah, it was in New Hampshire, right over the park from Brentford. Yeah, it was amazing.
This event came out.
I know it's a library, I'm supposed to be in shh. Oh, that works. Anyway, so thank you for everybody who's come and who supports the library, because clearly you're here because you care, and that makes me so excited. I just want to shush everybody. This is, the library's been around for 150 years, but this building, the building has been around for 120. And if you were here 6 months ago, you know the history, but this is actually talking about the library of the future, the potential library of the future. I don't want to talk for too long. No one's going to take up too much time because we know there's food and cake to be eaten. So 120 years ago, the library opened with money from Andrew Carnegie. Just after 30 years after the town voted to open and support a public library. And it's been in continued existence since then. If you look at the history, there's been ups and downs and changes and variations and a consistent leaky roof, but you didn't hear that from me. What I really want to tell you all, if you don't already know, there are millions of dollars that could come to Clinton. And that is what this is about. The Massachusetts Board of Library Commissioners has a public library, I have to read this because it's just not that good. The Public Library Construction Program, and it offers about once every decade. And at town meeting, you all, if you were there, you voted, residents voted to apply for this grant. You voted, appropriated money. We could get matching funds from the state if we get in. It's gonna take, thing is due in May. We'll hear in October. But in the meantime, we want your feedback. Like, we can't do this without you. We have a wish tree where you can write a little note on your ideal library. We have something called a dot board where you look at various library options and say, what are your 3 favorites? There's color-coded dots. And this grant, millions of dollars. We have tons and tons of work to do in the library. There's a building assessment that is available on the town website, and it will show you millions of things need to be done to this without without a grant. But with a grant, we could have state support. So anyway, all about resident feedback, millions of dollars, wishtree.org, blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, so the other really important thing is the grant application requires 2 sites. Not that we're gonna build 2 libraries. It just wants us to offer 2 options. You know, the obvious one is this one, but if you happen to have a really secret knowledge of something coming up for sale or something that is available within, you know, the downtown area, really awesome to share that information with Mike or me or someone. This is a town project. This is not a library project. The town is applying for the money. The residents are giving the feedback. Barbara, who's my consultant, she's going to be running 2 focus groups in January. If you want to participate, she's got that information. And I just want to say that after being here for 10 years, I know that Clinton citizens, the residents of Clinton deserve the best. And we could get it with the millions of dollars from the state. Anyway, so I'm feeling very emotional. Mike is going to say a couple words, pretty similar to what I just said, but just to remind you all.
Reiterating all that started with, so thank you. Thank you, Marie, for having me. Good evening, everyone. What I would like to do, first off, is just on behalf of the Select Board and myself to congratulate everyone at the Bigelow Free Public Library on the culmination of this year-long sesquicentennial anniversary celebration. It's great that we can continue to have these resources after all these years. It's a credit to the Library Board of Trustees and the staff throughout the years that's been able to adapt to changing times and technology that we see nowadays, to continue the service of free public library resources to provide knowledge, education, advancement, and enjoyment for those in our community. And as Marie said, most of it all took place here in this building. And as part of the forward-thinking philosophy, I think Marie has just mentioned that the town will be submitting this grant application in the spring, in May, seeking to upgrade the facilities. We're looking to, it's more of an infrastructure type grant that we'll be looking for that will hopefully position us to keep up with any challenges that we need to meet for the future. If accepted into the program, the first phase will be design, planning, design, and cost estimate. So we kind of know what we're dealing with, whether it's an addition to this building or going to construct at another site or renovate a building at another site. It'll give us those schematics, it'll give us the cost estimate. We'll come back to the voters again for support to go to the construction phase. So the grant goes into 2 phases. One is the planning design phase, and the next is construction. So we've applied for the first phase, hoping to get accepted, and it'll start on this process. So it's something that's going to take a while, and it's something that can only be done with the reflection and the input from people in the community, so that we know what the needs are and we know how to plan and put forward our strategic plan for the years ahead. Whether we can, make a plan for 150 years, probably not, but at least it's going to get us through this ever-changing environment that we see how people are getting information right now. So again, I just want to reiterate and push what Marie said, that hope that everyone will provide their thoughts, will give input as we go out throughout this process, so that again, that we get the best resource that we can have available. So my best to see what, excited to see what the future will bring, whether it's this facility or whatever changes are going to come through for Clinton. But I hope that that the next 150 are just as good as the last 50. So I thank you for all that you do. Good luck in your mission, and know that I'm here in the Select Board. We're here to support you in this journey as well. Too. Thank you.
First of all, if my trustees could just raise their hands so everyone knows my trustees are here. Excellent. And I know that there's at least 2 Select Board members. If you could just acknowledge yourselves. Thank you for coming. And I have, and Gloria, This is what we were talking about, what Mike and I were talking about. It's the future, it's the future poster that wasn't printed. It says basically the steps of the grant process. But I have one more speaker. You all know Representative Meg Kilcoyne. She has an announcement.
Thank you, Marie. Thank you, everybody, and I'll keep this brief. I certainly don't want to be the one that stands in the way of cutting that beautiful cake over there. But I'll just briefly say, it's been such an honor to be able to work with Marie. I know I speak for myself and Senator Cronin that being able to partner with you to support the library and your mission and everything you do for the community has been such an incredible part of this role. It's especially even more special to me. I don't want to, cast stones on Senator Cronin, who couldn't be here, but don't worry, I have a present from him as well. I grew up, many of you know, my family's from Clinton, and even though I actually grew up down the road in Sterling, I used to be a frequent visitor of Bigelow because my grandfather was an avid reader and oftentimes took us here to take out his stacks of books that he needed to read throughout the week. And I know I did a few, even though I went to Chalkset, I did a few of my book reports right here in Bigelow Library. I must have had card to both because I definitely checked out a number of books from this library many times throughout my educational career. But all that is to say, this is bigger than any of us and any of our own connections to Bigelow, of which I know everybody in this room has one. It's so important that we acknowledge at the state level and even beyond the work that you do. This is more about books and education, although that certainly is a huge part of it. This is a resource for everybody in the community, and without it, we lose something incredibly special that opens doors and creates opportunities for so many. So we wanted to recognize this incredible anniversary of 150. That is certainly something that not many people or entities can say. So to that end, I have a couple of citations here, and I'll just use this little stool. I'll start with the one from the House of Representatives. So this is an official House of Representatives citation, and I'll just open it to read it here. Be it hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers its sincerest congratulations to Bigelow Library in recognition of the joyous occasion of your 150th anniversary. The entire membership extends its very best wishes and expresses the hope for future good fortune and continued success in all endeavors. Given the 6th day of December 2023 at the State House, Boston, Massachusetts, it's signed by the Speaker of the House and myself, Representative Meg Kilcoyne. So I will present this to you, Marie. And as I noted earlier, Senator Cronin couldn't be here tonight, but he certainly shares my support in all that you do, and I know he wished to also extend his congratulations for this anniversary. So while he couldn't be here with us tonight, he did make sure to give me a Massachusetts Senate citation. So we each get to do our own citations up at the State House. So I'll briefly open this one as well. I'll quickly read it. It's kind of similar to the House one, but it's quick. Be it hereby known that the Massachusetts Senate hereby extends its congratulations to Bigelow Library in recognition of the joyous occasion of the 150th anniversary of the Bigelow Library. And be it further known that the Massachusetts Senate extends its best wishes for continued success. That this citation be duly signed by the President of the Senate and attested, and a copy thereof transmitted by the Clerk of the Senate. And it's signed by the Senate President, the Clerk of the Senate, and our own Senator, Senator Cronin. So I will give this to you as well. And then finally, last but not least, this is something I don't get to do very often. Like I said earlier, 150th is something special. Not many places have been in service for that long. So we reached out to Governor Maura Healey to tell her about this event. And the governor and lieutenant governor were kind enough to make sure they provided our office with an official citation from the governor of Massachusetts in honor of this day. So it's a little smaller than mine, but that's because they don't hand them out as often. And so let me open it quickly. It's hard to do this while holding a microphone. All right, and so here it is, and it's from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Bigelow Free Public Library. On behalf of the residents of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I am pleased to confer upon you this governor's citation in recognition of the 150th anniversary of the Bigelow Free Public Library. We recognize the library for its contributions to the community throughout the resources it has provided to the Commonwealth over the last 150 years. We wish you many more years of success, and thank you for providing the community with free educational resources. The 6th day of December in the year 2023. It is signed by Governor Maura Healey and Lieutenant Governor Kim Driscoll.
Thank you. That's awesome.
There you go. Congratulations again. And I will end there. Thank you all so much for coming, and I'll turn it back over to Marie.
Yeah, we'll be having cake.
You guys go first.
All right, thank you.